Hey guys, came for 15. Joined by my uncle Daryl. Is this the second time you've been on the channel for a game recap?
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
It's usually pretty late for me, man. So
Yeah, 'cause
sometimes it's really difficult to,
the last few games, Monday night, and then late afternoon
yeah,
games.
yeah. Right now it's 10 p.m. here.
Yeah,
So I think I can muster through and fight through a recap now
yeah.
since the we had the early game.
So the Bears ended up beating the Saints, thank Christ, by the score of 26 to 14. I do think it should have been by more, but we'll talk about that in the recap. Um, Defense, phenomenal. Again, continuing to find ways to turn the football over. The run game, on the offensive line with the run game, great and phenomenal. I think honestly, probably the only two like legitimate bad things I saw out there today was your center and Caleb Williams, most especially. Those were the two.
Yeah, I was about to say the passing game all throughout the entire game was just I mean, it was just off. There was no really good timing. The offensive line, well, I mean, when it came to the pass, New Orleans won at the line of scrimmage,
Yeah.
and they were in the backfield constantly with the pass. So I don't think Johnson was very happy with some of when you're looking at his mannerisms on the sideline as it relates to the pass. I don't know if Caleb is just holding the ball too long. Um,
That's what
you
it
know,
that's
I'd
what it looked like he was doing.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looked like. He was looking like he was more towards trying to get something going downfield. And instead of going with the first read, and usually it was the tight end and was wide open.
Or the
Um,
check down.
yeah.
Or
Well,
he
the
could have
check
just
down
ran
to
it.
the
He just
running
could have
back,
ran it
or
himself.
he could have ran to that first play, that's wide receiver screen. You should have picked up that right. I mean, when New Orleans set up and you see Chase Long as wide as he was, you should have known that wide receiver screen wasn't gonna happen, and you should have checked at the line of scrimmage. But anyway, but luckily today the defense and the running game saved the day.
Yep.
Monangai had an amazing game.
Yeah.
DeAndre Swift, he had a really good game too. And you made a really good point when there's like 1st and 10 and things of that nature. Yeah, give Swift the football. But when you have, short yardage situations and you have Swift up in there, that's probably not
That's not
the,
ideal.
yeah, that's not ideal because he is not going to try to, um, let's just say, power his way to a first down. He's going to try to dipsy do and all this other kind of stuff. And that's where Monangai and Rashawn Johnson were valuable today. I'm hoping they get Johnson some more
Because
carries because,
again, he only
yeah,
had just like with the Monday night game, he only had that one carry on that short and basically that
yeah,
short field position thing, and then
yeah,
nowhere to be seen. So I'm just
yeah.
like, all right,
Well, I get it because Monangai was actually having a really good game.
yeah,
I mean, he did. I mean, get a rookie some credit,
oh yeah,
credit,
yeah, yeah.
and I'm hoping he's one of the ones that get a game ball today because he actually did do very well. But that
I hope he
defense,
kept that ball that he scored his touchdown because he threw that away
he
like it was
didn't. He threw
nothing.
it down.
And I'm like, bro, take that.
Yeah, he threw it down. I was wondering why he didn't pick it up his first touchdown. I guess he was just excited and just wasn't thinking. But
Yeah. Or maybe
um,
maybe one of the teammate players, maybe one of the referees got it and said, hey, this is
I don't know.
first.
Maybe,
So
maybe
maybe that's
could
a
be,
question for another. Maybe that's a question that I guess the reporters have to ask him.
but the defense did really well.
Yeah.
Outside of covering Chris Olave in coverage,
Yeah. Yeah.
and plus I also had him in my fantasy league, so thank goodness my league was able to do something today. But all in all, the defense played fantastic. The front seven was really good.
Hmm.
Um, well, they couldn't really get a pass rush on Rattler unless we
They
had
had the blitz.
the blitz from Brisker and Gordon.
Yeah,
Um,
I think outside that like first and second drive, that was the only time we could count where the front four got
the
absolute
front four
pressure.
got to him. Yeah,
Then after
yeah,
that, we had to start sending blitzes to even get pressure.
yeah. Because I mean, Swift got he got into the backfield a couple of times on the first two drives. Odingbo was non-existent. Again, he's bull rushing all the time. He's not really trying to do anything, versatile to get into the backfield, which is, a bummer for me.
Yeah, that's
But
55 million in the freaking toilet right there. And we still got
yeah, yeah,
2 more
I gotta
years of
admit,
that.
that's all he does is bull rush. I mean, I'm just like, dude, man, can you find some other kind of way to
Do
get into the
anything.
backfield? Yeah, yeah. I was about to say all you got in your repertoire is bull rush.
And it doesn't
You
help
know,
because we're thinking Austin Booker is going to play this game, but just like last week, again, full week of practice, still no playing. Why
yeah,
is that? Is that just to
yeah,
get in game shape? Is that for conditioning reasons? Because I'm sorry, for me personally, we need all the help we can get defensive line. He
yeah,
can take his
yeah,
break here and there because you'll have a rotation going on. So for me,
yeah,
telling him getting in good game shape or good conditioning, he's gonna get breaks on the sideline. You're having a
yeah,
rotation going on, and from what
yeah,
we're watching, Odango is not giving us anything defensively opposite of Montez Sweat, even though Montez Sweat is probably the first game I legitimately could say he actually had a massive impact on, and he actually showed up and he actually looked like the player
yeah.
we paid today.
Yeah, and I think it's just a matter of I'm speaking of Montez Sweat. I mean, maybe I'm just spitballing here, but it just seems like he's really trying to get used to what Dennis Allen likes to do defensively. Maybe that's it. Hopefully that's it, and he comes around. But today he did have a really good game, and the secondary played really well.
Yeah, despite the injuries we had again.
Correct, correct. So, um, but we really did force Spencer Rattler, I'm speaking about, into some really bad passes, man.
Yeah,
I mean, they really forced him into some really, really tough situations that he just started forcing stuff.
yeah.
So,
When I looked at the seam
yeah,
passes that they completed, like right down the seam, I'm like, I understand we're playing a zone defense, but if you're seeing a
yeah,
guy run right up the seam, either you're a linebacker or a safety. If you're a safety, you got to come down and just pick that off to make sure like
correct.
you're not getting that. Like you're just standing there like there was 2 times that happened to Byard where he's just watching Spencer and he's forgetting like whether the first one was touchdown to Olave right up the seam, and the
Right,
other one was to
right.
Jawan Johnson up the middle. And I'm like, Byard, come on now. You're veteran enough to understand if they're gonna do that,
Yeah,
you got to come down, make a play on that ball to make sure they don't play. They don't catch that. But
right. But that was mostly in the first half when not Byard, when Olave got that touchdown late in the second quarter. You kind of expected, and I know I did, that the
mhm,
Bears would adjust to ensure that they don't get those looks anymore.
yeah,
And it seems like a lot of them looks that they started giving a Rattler was outside the numbers. And that's where Bayer really made his super impact because he read Rattler pretty good,
yeah,
and they were very good, the Bears, and at least the pass rush from Sweat to get Rattler out of the pocket.
yeah,
So the defense did really well. They stopped the run. They were
yeah.
able to run the ball, and Caleb, he had that one mistake in the first quarter where
Yeah.
he just threw the damn ball up for grabs, man. It was just, I don't know what he was looking at. He was eyeballing Adunze the entire way, and
Yeah.
and that's something he's got to work on. I mean, we know Adunze is your number one, but you just can't force feed him to, especially when DJ Moore's on the other side wide the hell open.
Yeah. And then again, just I said this on my halftime show thoughts, again, when Caleb Williams, because there was a few instances where when played in structure, it's kind of like that 1, 2, 3, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, get the ball at your hands. He looked
Yeah,
fine. He looked fine.
yeah,
Like that first draw offensive drive coming out of the half when it's like 1, 2, 3, oh, here we go. 1, 2, 3, oh, let's go. Right?
yeah,
He looks fine. But when it's like, it's like 4+ seconds going and he's doing all this, and I said this in my halftime show, I'm like, I did not like all the moments where he's running around trying to make something out of nothing, trying to throw the ball because then he's throwing it inaccurately. Or two,
yeah,
you're
yeah,
almost stumbling over, falling into a sack when I'm like, dude, just run upfield. Don't turn around. Don't do all these twisting. The grass is green right in front of you. I don't care even if it's
yeah,
1, 2 yards. Just take it. Just
yeah.
take it.
And on top of that, his pre-snap read should have told him what to do with the football.
Yeah.
It should have told him what to do with the football. And it just seems like he's fighting that just to make the big play. Dude, you don't have to make the big play, just make the right one.
Yeah, we don't need
And
Superman. We
you'll
don't need Superman,
Yeah,
dude.
we sure don't, especially with the way they were running the football. I'm like, dude, man, come on. And then on top of that, Ben Johnson would call plays um, instead of just running the ball.
Yeah,
I mean, I
that's
would,
another thing. It's like, especially like later in the game, I'm just like, dude, okay, it's simple. Don't outcoach yourself. Just run the
yeah,
ball. Your quarterback don't have it today.
yeah,
Don't put the ball in harm's jeopardy, right? And the
yeah,
next thing you know, I see him passing the ball in shotgun. I'm like, dude,
yeah,
just do what's working right now. Just run the ball. And this isn't just, us with our issue with Ben Johnson as coaching. This is just coaching in general, just and all around the league, not only in
yeah,
NFL, but even college football. I'm just like always watching whenever I'm not even watching my favorite teams, whether it's UCLA or the Bears. It's just like, bro, the phrase keep it simple, stupid is a reason why people say
yeah.
keep it simple.
That's
And
correct.
something's working for you, keep doing it. Like, look, I coach high school football. I mostly coach defensive backs, but it's like even at the high school level, I know opposing teams getting gashed in the run game. I don't care if my quarterback's got paid maybe 10 yards passing and he 1 for 1, right? We're running the ball till they can efficiently stop it on a consistent basis. And until they
Yeah,
can, that's when we'll do it. But there was too many times, and then again, going to the twice it happened. Drew Dahlman, it seemed like I guess he was double clutching it, and then after the second clutch, he obviously snapped it to Caleb, but Caleb's already like trying to go back, and then he trips over, fumble, and I'm just like, it was getting to the point where I'm like, dude, if he does it a third time, bench him right now.
yeah. I was really concerned about that time in between Dahlman and Williams. Was it a cadence thing? Maybe he could he not hear? I'm curious to see how Ben Johnson explains that in the post game presser. So that could very well be a concern moving forward. Now something like that, I honestly think they'll probably work out in the week.
Yep.
But all in all, it just for me that passing game was really off today,
Yeah.
and it was in all aspects of the passing game, the offensive line, Caleb Williams, the receivers, timing, all of it. The whole passing game was just off.
Yeah.
And luckily for the Bears, the defense was solid and the running game was really good
Yep.
to be able to get this W today. Because if they had to lean on the passing game today, I think New Orleans could have got them.
Yeah, then we would have lost this game most
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah,
Yeah, Endowment, he even had I think on the second drive after we got the first turnover,
right.
again, just like last week, he had a bad shotgun snap. And at that point, I was like, okay, if he can't shotgun snap, just do under center all game long. And then I saw the under center stuff. I'm like, all
Oh,
right.
he can. Yeah,
I'm just like, dude, are you serious now? You can't make this up.
yeah,
Only the Bears, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But I will say Caleb Williams, it will happen. He won't have his best games again. He's learning a whole new offense. It's only the first year. Again, Ben Johnson has gone on record saying like later in the season, around like December, January time, the offense will be better. It will definitely look, moving forward. Now, if it still is having its kinks and issues, then it's like, okay, now what's the problem? Then I'm going to start looking at the quarterback being like, all right, dude, you're not doing what must be necessary of Ben Johnson to do
yeah,
what needs to be happening. And look, today we got away because we played a bad Saints team. Next week, against the Ravens, albeit they're a quote unquote record wise bad team, they're still gonna have Roquan Smith coming back. Lamar Jackson's already said he's gonna be coming back next week.
yeah. I
See,
was about to say they should be fully healthy next week.
so like
So I
performances
mean,
like this, Caleb Williams got to be better. And especially
yeah,
even when you look 2 weeks down the road when we play the Bengals in Cincinnati, that's got to be better with the way they got that offense going
that's
now with Joe
correct.
Flacco.
That's
So if the
correct.
passing game can't get consistent, I don't know if that means maybe you take away, the long developing routes when you start the game off and you do the simple, easy throws. Like maybe do more play action, and stuff like that. More simple slants, hitches, things to get him in a rhythm. Easy routes,
Yeah,
not these 10, 15 yard, maybe ins or out routes where maybe there could be some accuracy issues there and stuff like that. Unless it's like, okay, we got to have this. It's like 3rd and 20. We're down. We need to go complete this
Yeah.
ball deep.
And keep in mind now they also got the Giants as well too. And
Yep.
the Giants are playing decent football as well. So I mean the Bears that 5 game stretch everyone always talked about at a time in which they thought the Bears could actually run the table on these 5 games.
Completely changed.
Well, right now they're doing pretty well. But at that time, we were dealing with a lot of backups because of injury.
Yep.
And now Lamar Jackson's going to be back. Roquan Smith is going to be back. If I'm right, Mark Andrews is going to be back for Baltimore. So it's one of those things. Whereas teams are starting to get healthy as we're starting to push forward. So we can't really rest on our laurels with this win.
Yep.
Great win, 4 in a row. Let's pile it in with the rest. But hey, dog, come tomorrow. We're 0-0, and we gotta really bucker down and get ready for the Ravens.
Yeah. Just looking at the standings right now. Before I was going to talk a little bit about the running game and then get a little bit more in depth with the defense. 4-2. We're tied. We're now 3rd place, at least for a week.
Yep.
Barring what happens, hopefully Tampa Bay can do us favors and beat Detroit, because if they do, we'll at least be 2nd place for a week.
Yeah.
Because Detroit.
Well, the great part is every team in the NFC North is 500 or better.
Yep.
And this is a really tough division. Speaking of 500 or better, the Carolina Panthers, can you believe it?
I told you they would win on the road because
I didn't believe it.
The Jets are so bad.
suck.
They finally Aaron Glenn, albeit leading up into this game, the reporters respectfully asked him questions about like, hey, are you gonna bench Justin? And he's like, no, it's just one bad game. Today, I guess enough was enough because Fields got benched today.
Yeah, well, anyway, we both said he's nothing more than a backup anyway.
Yeah.
So, but even though he's played decently well.
Yeah.
I mean, the problem with the Jets is not just Justin Fields. So
that's an organizational issue there.
Yeah, let's be honest there.
We'll talk more about that in our overall NFL stuff. But going back to the Bears, rushing game statistics wise, 19 carries for DeAndre Swift, 124 yards, 1 TD, average 6.5 a carry. That's great. Kyle Monangai, 13 carries. Looked like Ben Johnson finally trusts him now. 81 yards rushing, 6.2 yards a carry, and 1 TD.
Yeah.
And even Roschon Johnson with his one carry, 11 yards, averaged 11.0 yards per game. Even DJ Moore.
Yes, I mean the Bears ran for more than 200 yards, and usually when you do that and you don't turn the football over, you will win football games, and I think that was the case today.
Yep.
And the Bears, they wound up getting turnovers as well too. 3, maybe 4 turnovers. If I'm correct, 3 interceptions and a forced fumble. So I think they got 4 turnovers today.
4 turnovers.
So
1 fumble, 3 interceptions.
3 interceptions, yeah. So, so the defense is coming around.
Yep.
The running game is coming around, and it is just a matter of putting it all together.
Yep.
With that complementary football, we should say. But they gotta do something about Williams and the pass protection.
Yeah. Well, I thought the pass protection was fine. It's just Williams just was holding the ball too long.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
There was one play he's doing that and he's running over to his left, and I'm just like, okay, dude, just run the ball, just run the ball, just run. I think it was the drive before we ended up giving it back to the Saints when they scored the touchdown before halftime. When we could have maybe had a 2-minute drill to go down there and get maybe at least a field goal. I think on that first down, he's rolling over to his left, and I'm like seeing grass right in front of him. I'm like, bro, just run the ball, just run the ball. And then he airmails Rome, near the sideline. I'm like, dude, come on now. We also led time of possession 36 minutes and 19 seconds compared to the Saints, 23 minutes and 41. One thing I
Yeah,
did like about Ben Johnson, I did love the challenge he did because that was a 100% game-changing challenge. Because one, that was actually, I'll give credit where credit's due. That was a very inventive play call by Kellen Moore there. I definitely did not see that play
that's
call
correct.
coming. But then when they threw the flag,
Yeah, Taysom Hill threw that ball too late. He threw that ball way too late. But at the same time, though, I'm glad he challenged it. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm sitting on it
that's a four. Because
and
yeah, when they called the
I didn't
flag,
really,
yeah,
yeah. I didn't really get upset because I was just like I wasn't really questioning whether he should pass it. I mean, challenge it or not. And it just came out the blue, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. And then here it is, because there's a couple times in which Johnson should have challenged something,
but he didn't.
but he didn't. And yeah, but this time he was spot on the money. I don't even know if he waited for
No,
anybody
he
on his
didn't.
team
I think
to
it's
challenge. I
clear.
think he just did it.
Yeah, well, I think he definitely got it from the people in the box because they definitely must have because they had a way better angle than on the field level because they're probably like, "Hey, that's a forward pass. Hey, challenge that
Yeah,
immediately."
yeah.
Because
Yeah,
the
challenge
refs because
that.
at
But
first the refs threw the flag for to see if it was an illegal forward pass, and then when they showed the replay, I'm like, "Wait, that is an illegal forward pass," because Kamara
yeah,
actually had to run up and go catch that. And then when they picked it up, I'm like, okay, what are we doing now? And then immediately Ben Johnson challenged that, and I'm like, good. And then I was hoping like, don't tell them the refs are going to be in their bag and they're going to do this because there was a few times again the refs screwed us over. The roughing the passer, I thought that was BS.
yeah.
The
I can understand maybe that rough in the passer because Brisker came in. Um, he wanted to block, to keep Rattler's arm from coming forward as he was passing it, but he followed through
Yeah, but I don't
towards
see
his
how
head.
I wouldn't call that a flag because what can you do
I
about that?
understand. I understand. I mean, I mean, I see why it was called.
Yeah,
I mean, I gotta admit, I see why it was called. But that pick play that they called
the
on
pick play
Loveland,
was
that was that was straight up BS.
yeah.
He
He did
damn
the safe
cornerback
player.
just ran into Loveland
Yeah,
as
and
Loveland is what. Yeah, that was straight up BS. I
yeah,
don't even know what the heck they were looking at.
and even the Kyler one where he literally just blows him up with his shoulder. They thought he did helmet to helmet.
They
And
thought
they
he did
call,
helmet to helmet.
and I'm just like, dude. So this is the second straight week the refs have been like anti-Bears. I pray to
Yeah,
God in Baltimore that doesn't repeat itself.
yeah, yeah.
So
So I mean, I think we're right where we wanted to be
yeah,
coming up to Baltimore. And yeah, Lamar Jackson will be back,
yeah,
or at least that's what we believe.
yeah,
Because I think this is their bye week, and usually,
yeah. That was their bye week.
yeah, this was their bye week. So I'm pretty sure they got a week's full of rest, and that's going to be an interesting game, and we got to go there to play. So, and Baltimore's got bigger fish to fry than what we do, because I mean they're a Super Bowl contender. And they're kind of down on their luck right now. So we'll see, but it's going to be an interesting game. It's a game I still think we can win
Yeah.
if the defense is fully prepared to cover the receivers and keep Jackson in the pocket.
Yeah. I guess we'll find out if Stevenson will be able to good to go. I can honestly see where Stevenson's going to be out for a week at least. Soldier injuries are no joke.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So,
Um,
and I like the way Stevenson's been playing this year too.
yeah. He only got beat
Yeah,
on that Chris Olave play because he wasn't running with him.
correct, correct.
Yeah.
So, and the other Olave touchdown was the zone.
Yeah,
So,
just right up the seam in the middle. I'm just like, dude, come on. Oh
yeah.
no, that was the before half, and then the other one, I don't know what the heck happened there. They just
That
left
was
him
that
wide
was
open.
that was a that was. I mean, from what I saw, that it just looks like to me that it was a man coverage, but someone thought that they were in zone
Yeah.
and let them go. That's what it looked like to me. You may have a different theory on it, but
I would have to go
that
back and
first
watch
one,
that.
that first one, I mean, Stevenson just got beat in the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, I will say this for the defense. We gave this guy bad rap the past few years, but Tremaine Edmonds, I gotta be honest. I think I've only seen like maybe one or two games that he hasn't played really good. But outside of that, he's been really good. And this is the type of Tremaine Edmonds that we expected to get when he first signed with us. And he's honestly, for me, I think he's earned a contract extension. And I think Kevin Byers also earned himself a contract extension with what he's been doing as well. Is my Uncle Daryl there? My Uncle Daryl froze up. Hold on, guys. My uncle had internet issues, but what I was saying, with the little time I have left, is the fact that I do believe that Tremaine Edmonds and Tremaine Edmonds and Kevin Byard, they have played to get a second contract. They definitely have played good football, warranted getting a second contract. And honestly, you know, hey, they deserve it. They're playing good football, and you play good football, you're earning it. And honestly, I don't know how much money we're gonna give them, but hey, they've earned a payday. They've earned a payday. And again, Kevin Byers is the type of guy, hey, you probably don't want him leaving that locker room. And you probably want him staying, and you probably want him to get, paid, because he's a captain on this team for a reason. And he's a good player. And you don't really want to allow good players to go. Like the dude, he's like leading the leagues just by himself in interceptions, all time. Well, and currently active players since like 2016. Like it's a lot, bro. So that's the thing. And then Tremaine Edmonds, he's really turned himself around. It seems like being moved to the outside linebacker position has done wonders for him. But look, man, regardless, it was a good game outside of the center and the quarterback play. Caleb Williams got to play better. And I think I just saw a quote where Ben Johnson, he literally said that we're not complimenting our defense right now, and that's in regards to the passing game and the third down conversions and scoring. Which I'm happy that Ben Johnson is calling that out, calling his quarterback out, and saying like, no, it's got to be effing better. Otherwise, if it's not gonna be better, then I'll go see if maybe there'll be another guy. Again, I'm not gonna say Tyson Bagent is gonna start, but Caleb Williams definitely got to play better. Otherwise, if he's not playing better and he's not complimenting the defense for what the defense is doing, then we legitimately could have a problem on our hands. And maybe you have to go this route of maybe throw out the idea of maybe he might have to be sat down. But I don't think that's gonna happen. But we'll definitely see what's gonna go. But by far, this was his worst game of the season. We'll see how he plays against Baltimore, and hopefully Ben Johnson, gets it in his ear like, bro, we don't need all this extra stuff. Take it and run. Are you complete? Or check it down to your running back. So there's that. But anyways, I'm gonna go over, guys. Catch you guys in the next video. Till then, guys, stay safe out there. Have a great rest of your day or your night. I'm gonna this video, and I will catch you guys on the next recap for Chicago Bears football. Till then, guys, peace.